Hiya! Walking up to Ali's, and it's an absolutely gorgeous day today. I'll pan round and show you. Ta-da! Look at the water! How cool is that? And blue skies. Pretty, pretty. The scenery, not me. But yeah, I thought that I would take this perfect opportunity to discuss something that has been bothering me recently, and I've kind of touched on it a couple of times in a few other videos, and I've written a couple of things about it in forums and stuff on like Facebook and things. But it's like conduct. Now, we all have very different personalities, we all have very different views of how to conduct ourselves and what's right and wrong and different morals and stuff. And if we all acted exactly the same, the world would be very boring and very bland, because then we would all have exactly the same personalities and all act exactly the same way. I also understand that in different times, different situations, and depending on your mood or things, you can handle things completely differently. And I hold my hands up. I am very guilty of snapping at people, of getting angry with people, and just being kinda not dealing with things in the best way possible. But I try to conduct myself in a manner where I try to come across as friendly and as approachable as possible, and I kind of amplify that in I amplify it because of the way I look, because I know that I can be quite intimidating looking to some people, and the fact that I don't want people to think, oh well, like kind of pander to their idea that I'm going to be kind of aggressive and standoffish and kind of Satan rocks and we're going to kill your dog sort of thing. So I try to be as calm, as reasonable, as rational as possible. Whoa, big bird. Sometimes it fails, and sometimes if you catch me on an off day, I'm going to be bitchy and sarcastic and snap back at you. But I really think that, and it happens especially with younger goths who have this sort of kind of hiding, I know my fringe is really long right now, but they have this attitude of sort of hiding behind their hair and, oh, the world doesn't understand me and I'm so dark, and I go home and slit my wrists and listen to music because I'm dark kind of thing. They have that sort of attitude and do a lot of things for shock value, for attention, and that's what kind of tars us and gives us that bad name, because that's what people then think all of us are about. So the next time you're gonna kind of do something slightly aggressive as a response to somebody's reaction to how you look, you should maybe sit and think about it, or take a second to think about it, or sit at home and think about the way that you've reacted to other people's reactions towards you before, because you do look weird. You don't look normal, you look weird. You wear peculiar things, you have piercings, maybe facial piercings, you have peculiar ways of doing your makeup, you look a little bit dark and scary. And fair enough, people shouldn't be so goddamn ignorant, and it doesn't give them the right to treat you however they want to treat you or be so rude towards you. But then, should you really lower yourself to their expectation of you or the way that they're behaving? Because if you're going to be rude back, then you're no better than they are. And then getting your back up and being all, why did they look at me like that? Why did they say these things to me? Then when you're being aggressive back to them, you are complaining about the exact same thing that you're doing. So next time somebody gives you that, that look, or that kind of, that look of disgust, or the look of the what the fuck, just smile at them and say good morning, or good afternoon, or hold the door open for them as they go past. Take the moral high ground. Makes you look better, makes the people around you look at the situation and maybe notice the person who's being aggressive, derogatory, or just downright rude, and then look at your behaviour being polite and nice and friendly, then amplifies how rude and obnoxious they've been. The people around you look at that and go, hey, maybe these Goths aren't also fucking Satan rules. You know what I mean? No offence to any Satanists, I know a few Satanists who are just lovely, but not all Goths are Satanists. Not all Goths are angst-ridden 15-year-olds. Not all of us have got a point to prove. I'm comfortable with who I am and what I am, and I don't have to justify it to anybody else. And I don't see why I should have to be aggressive to prove my point, or prove myself worthy of anything. If people want to be assholes, then it reflects more on who they are, their upbringing, their parenting, who they are and what they're lacking in their lives, more than it does of who you are. I think that if you're as nice as possible, then you conduct yourself better anyway. So, and you'll feel a lot. Oh, this is really sore because I'm carrying this heavy bag. But if you conduct yourself in a calmer manner, you'll probably find yourself feeling a lot more calm about the whole situation, caring about it less, and not letting it get to you so much. Does it really matter that a person you're never going to see again made a comment about you? Does it really matter if an old woman stares at you like you're, I don't know, just walked out of hell? Does it really matter if somebody judges you? Do they know you? Does it matter? Do you really care? Why do you care? Why is it important to you that these people know everything about you and how awesome you are and how friendly and well educated and prosperous and fantastic a person you are? If you already know what you are and are secure in it, then why does it matter about what they think? They're the ones that are missing out. So the next time you want to throw horns at somebody or kind of be aggressive and what are you looking at and all of that stuff, take a minute to actually sit and think about it. You look weird. So just be calm, just be the best person you can be, and don't let all the small shit worry you. I'm gonna go now because everything's so heavy and I'm walking up a hill and I'm unfit anyway. So I'm kind of dying here, my arm's really sore. So I'll give you a quick pan round and then I'm leaving you guys, okay? Bye bye. We're just chilling all day. Cause it's so pretty. You're like a puffy tiger in the jungle. So pretty. Such a gorgeous night. Well, a gorgeous evening. You can hear all the birds. And I'm going home. I wish I was staying with Ali for snuggles and gaming, talking about random weird things. But most of all, the snuggles. My hair is such a mess right now. And this bit keeps going into a pattern. And Evil Kitty has my hair dye because I'm not allowed to dye my hair until I get my new extensions in. So all of my own kind of brunette sort of, so kind of mahogany type colour, just a brownish reddish thing of my own hair keeps shining through when the sun hits it. See? I hate it. Very sleepy. I did have a good sleep last night, and those of you who follow me most of the time know that I don't usually sleep very much. But I kid you not, right? I think Ali and I are one of those weird couples who use the term sleeping together to actually mean sleeping together, because we just had a nap together because we're sad like that and pathetic. But it was a nice little nap, and it was so comfy and so warm, and I love cuddles and snuggles. And now I have to go home. And my mum texted me earlier telling me that, you know how I told you guys, I hate that parting bit in my fringe. There's the brownish reddish thing. It's my hair. You know how I told you guys that I had given an official statement to police. Well, obviously I can't talk about it too much because that's just sort of bad. But apparently the police have been at the house again looking for me. I'm in trouble. But oh, what is with this piece of fringe? Really annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna go probably speak to the police again. That'll be fun. There's bits of my hair there and my fringe needs cut. Yeah, pat them round a little bit. Show you all the beautiful scenery tonight. Lives in such a wonderful place. I, however, live in a council estate, which is just really scummy. Hence why the police. A lot of drug dealers, a lot of junkies, a lot of undesirables and people who think that their world ends with their lottery ticket in the latest episode of Jeremy Kyle. Don't get me wrong, there are some really nice people there. Unfortunate to be there. It's a horrible place. I'd quite like to live in the sort of location, not in Ali's house, obviously, but I'd like to live in the sort of location that he has, because he's kind of away from everything, but not too far away. I mean, the shops and in town and stuff is within walking distance or bus distance, or even easier if you have a car. But it's far enough away from everything so that it's relaxing and there's nobody knocking on the door trying to sell you stuff. And you could leave the door open and go for a walk, and it's just calm and nice and really ideal for parties and stuff. And could let the dog out without having to worry about morons giving them hassle, and could let my daughter out and let her run wild in the fresh air, and I could sit and paint beautiful things and draw, and he could play bass until his fingers were numb, because it's far enough away for to just pretty much do whatever you want. Yeah, I think I'd really like that, to be far enough away but also be close enough. That's maybe not the best idea to have the camera there because it's kind of shadowing my face, but yeah, far enough away but close enough would be good, I think. Let you see round again, because I'm waiting on my mum and I'm not going to stand at the end of the road on my own talking with my camera so that everybody can see what I'm doing. I'll show you. I just find the world to be such a disgusting, callous, horrible, nasty place, and it to be such a wondrous, beautiful, amazing place. I'm thankful for silly things like this, like the way the light's hitting off the trees and the way the sun's going down and how it's slightly breezy and it's not too hot, not too cold. It's just so gorgeous. So beautiful. And then I go back to where I live and I hate general society there, and I hate the horrible uniform buildings, and I hate the way people act and take everything for granted, and everything is just so beautiful and peaceful and serene, and here and other places like up the woods. And I really miss, I was talking to Ali about this today, but I really miss going up north in the Highlands and stuff, because I spent a lot of my childhood up in the Highlands, and we used to go lots of different places up north all over Scotland, and I really miss it. And you see how the sun is just now, that kind of beautiful orangey pinky tinge. I used to love being in Glencoe about this time at night when it had been like a really, really warm day, and it was still warm but not as sticky as it had been during the day, and it was so beautiful. And Glencoe is always steeped in such history anyway. I suggest if you don't know about Glencoe, you should look up about Glencoe. It has a horrible, horrible past, but when you're there you can't help but feel the history and the kind of the ghosts of people. There's a sadness about it amongst all that beauty, but I love it and I miss it. I miss the Highlands, I miss Scotland. because see this is all pretty flat because over there is the coast, Fife coast, but this is pretty flat everywhere else. But Scotland's quite a hilly, mountainous type of place, but all of this green and browns and natural gorgeous colours and purple heather and stuff, that's everywhere in Scotland and it's beautiful. And as much as I'm not patriotic in the slightest, I can't help but feel very grateful that I live in such a beautiful country. And I love it. But anyway, I'm going to go and hopefully see my mother shortly. So, bye bye.